If it works, I do it. Thank you very much for honoring me. Okay, so now we're going to do the 1 minute reads. And Amy, note the time so that I can put up there 1 minute free read start here. So anybody that's getting a free read can begin to look at it. Okay. We look at, so even if you have paid, you still get your 1 minute free read. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with Patricia Hinson. It's about love. Tell me how loved ones on the other side feel about my present marriage, specifically my mother. Okay, so here's the thing. She says, you got to understand we're okay with that. As we look, we can see that this is where you're meant to be. We love you. But mother says, we see that there is the word act mean. She's making the word act mean. Now, I don't know if whatever situation and you have to act mean, she says you need to heal that out. That's it, because you act mean because there's a party that jumps into the helplessness state. There's a feeling that, oh, it's coming. She says, use EFT to disrupt that out. She says she also watches how you're constantly thinking, oh, what's the right thing to do for this? Okay. What's the right thing I have to do for this? And the thing is, she says, that is where you're going to have to stop because you start losing more power. Okay, understand those, heal that out. Next person is Jasmine Stenner. She says, what do you see for my love life? And for her love life, we're going to look just at her love life. And you were a Quaker in a past life. And it's interesting because she's panicked that she's never going to find the love of her life. So this is a past life, love life that you believe that you're not going to. And so then you go into overtime hopelessness. I'm going to tell you to disrupt that by using EFT because I want you to think past life, panic, then I'm not going to have anything. Think with intention, past life, panic, and then you tap it out. Because when that past life kicks in, it creates an emotional instability. So you can think past life panic and feel that emotional instability within you because you can kind of connect there and now that, oh my God, I'm running out of time. Okay. And literally you can get a handle of that because your ego is telling you that you can't. Your spirit says, yes, you can. There's no problem with that. You can overcome. You heal out the sorrow, tap out sorrow as well. Okay, so we're going to go to Danny Dowdy. I wanted to see if you, okay, she says, I wanted to see if you or Spirit had any ideas about what's up with my body lately. A few days ago, my heart started acting up quite a bit, beating extremely fast, high blood pressure, and the beating is weak. Oh, wow. It's been so bad. I want to say, okay. All right. First of all, is there any, okay, checking. So it's frozen. So which one, how many are doing it? It is 3 that are doing it. Is going through a pattern. You're going and acting out what happened at 1-year-old. And so the pattern is the spleen, the gallbladder, and the bladder. And so they are doing a unit behavior, and which affects the triple warmer and the heart. Okay, so then those are not direct, it's indirect. So they're affecting them indirectly. So to correct this, we want you to heal that, to which was when you were little. And they said that it was, goes back into how you became very conscientious of the other people's behavior. And it made you feel split about something. Where do you want her to hold? L2D. Start with holding L2D and just really think of the intention of what I just said, and that you can't be yourself when you were that young. So that's what your environment said. Next person is Pilly. Pilly says career path abilities. You have to work on your pride. there's a part of you that doesn't allow you to be proud of the fact that how good you are, because some people have said that if you have too much pride, that's bad. Well, if you don't have any pride, then that's not good either. So if I don't take pride in what I look like, then I could look like a piece of shit on the show. So I take pride in the fact that I care about how my environment is, and I take care of it. It's not that I have to be strict and go to that extreme, except for you have to be proud of the facts. Yeah, I take a lot of I'm proud of the fact that spirit comes through. I'm proud of the fact. They said that when you, begin to think that you have to have pride about something. Anyways, they say there's a defense that you put up. This is an old program at 2 years old. And so they're saying that if you know that, okay, fine, I have to invalidate myself because everybody else knows that's what I want. They said hold R1S. First position. Virginia Flores. Oh, I think need to work on, still needs healing. So we're going to go for the 1 minute of Virginia Flores. They're saying that the heart, in this case, you got creative insecurity. There's a part of you that becomes very insecure. Everybody's creative, but you're not able to bring that creativity because you have insecurity. And they said that when it comes to resonating your energy out, that I am creative, you actually say, no, I'm not, and you don't want people to see your work. So it's something to do with the action of how you stop yourself from behaving. It's the action about how you stop behaving, okay? And because there's a lot of indecisive, so these come into play. So how would you suggest? I would suggest tapping it out, because there's something you're like, I need to reject this out of my reality. I need to reject this out of my reality. Okay. What is that word? Oh, you have to heal how you pout. Pout. So think about how pouting is evolved into as an adult. Amy, we need to send Miss Danny the one video about rubbing the heart so that she can calm down, especially when she gets in great panic. Renee Patterson. What is with the bruises in my mid back and shoulder blades? Okay, so it looks like you're missing a certain mineral. And I think, yeah, so you have some mineral issues. You're not absorbing properly. Okay, why is that? What meridian is causing it? The liver meridian and the spleen meridian. Interesting. So what is the circumstances that's caused her body to do that? And that is that you're petrified. You're petrified that you're failing people. Oh, you need to heal that out, girl. And you've kind of disconnected from things. You made yourself irrelevant. What? You're pointing to your whole brain. Oh, start doing some Wayne Cook posture. If you don't know what that is, email me. I'll tell you. Dana, I can't even read it. S-E-A-Y. Dana S-E-A-Y. My husband and I are going to make it. Okay, so this is the thing. There's so many variables above your head that makes it very difficult. The variables are things that you haven't chose, things that you can choose, and there's things that you're constantly repeating. And it's usually the constantly the things that you're repeating that is set in the GPS. The choices of different things, you haven't decided whether you get out of that particular motion or how it is, even though your soul is saying you have to go in this direction. Being that said, for everybody, let's look at this. She says, are my husband and I going to make it? And the thing is that where's the passion? And the passion is, so there's deception. Someone is wearing a false mask. And is it about some type of emotion? Yep. Okay, so there's some sorrow going on, and somebody's not really owning up and healing it. And there's a part of you that has put up shields, both of you, that it's safe. It is safe for you to love, but you won't know this because your shields are there. And the shields from your point of view for you is that there's a part of you that went into indifferent. And for him, he's gone into a worry. And so that keeps you out of alignment. The more out of alignment you are, the harder it is to get back together, because those are the ones that you've chosen. But if you were to allow yourself to tap out all of the nasty feelings that interfere, you can start getting back into remembering why you loved each other. You can have those romance feelings again. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We're going to go to Crystal Allen. I don't know if you're still here. I hope you putting the timestamps on these, Amy. Crystal Allen. Okay. So the thing is that your thing is you keep going to psychics. You keep going to many different ones, and they're saying that you're getting people that are hooking themselves into different frequencies. I know where I'm at. I don't know where they're at. I have seen people tell people that they had something wrong with them, and I'm looking at them like, I don't see that. And so then, am I right or wrong? That's up to you guys to decide. So usually when people come to me, I'm having you tap in and healing yourself. I'm showing you how to do it. And then when you do, boom, 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 you own the credit for how you healed yourself. When you start to understand how you control the emotions that control your thoughts, that control your fears, if you can get back to those emotions, then you can start disconnecting yourself. Now, she says that you have a little girl in the attic. I'm sorry, I don't. Because I said you're afraid of the attic is because I knew you were afraid of the attic. Now I understand why you're afraid of the attic, because somebody put it in your head that there's something there. And there's dead people all over the place. There's people all over. I don't see an attachment. People just float in and out. The more you hold on to things and you say, I've got to see it, or I think I have to have fear, or this is the way I believe, you're going to draw those experiences into you. So you got to first heal the fact that you believe all these people that says that there's bad things. Secondly, you need to heal how you were so afraid of the dead. Okay? Because you can detach from all this, just to let you know. Lillian Garcia. Message from my guides. Feeling my energy really low. Well, first of all, I'm going to tell you, I need you to do Wayne Cook posture to allow your energies to come back up. You feel worn down. You're supposed to make yourself feel like shit. Okay. If you were just to do the tapping of the K27s, you follow that bone, drop in the hole here, and you tap here and you tap here. This is a major one down here. This one's so important. Okay. And then if you did Wayne Cook, if you did those every day, you'd be amazed at how your body can start to revive and to move forward. What's causing you? We already talked about that, but you can't feel your guides. Well, you can't feel your guides. It's because there's a part of you that feels like you have humiliation going on. Now, there's a part, I keep feeling you picking it up from this other person, that you feel humiliated, that something didn't come to pass. So you said something, it didn't come to pass, or you're trying to show how strong you are, but it's right there. Okay. So you need to heal that particular thing. Martha Yellow Bear. Martha or Marty. This Marty. Okay. I feel like you have to be defensive. You have to put up a defense, not be defensive, but you have to put up a defense, because there's something to do with the culture, the color of your skin, or it's the your bloodline. Okay. And the thing is, that's followed you. And if that's the case, then you need to heal out how that conscious level, that paradigm needs to be shifted, because you've got work to do. And they said, though, that the depression has come in, but it came in at a what happened at 23? Ooh. They're saying that there's a lot of awkwardness that backs up to that, and that you're supposed to be a certain way, be perfect in a certain way that creates the depression. The energy is depressing upon you because they're saying that I feel attacked and you need to heal that out. Sonia. All right, so as she says, how's my energy looking today? So if I look at Sonia, she is learning that she needs to be important in the relationship. So she, instead of being the it in the relationship, she's learning to be the I. She's learning to do this. And the energy of how she's holding her own, she's getting much better. Hopefully she'll do the healing and then it'll change it completely. But she just can't help but to go, oh my God. Okay, if that's the case, just start doing this. Oh my God, over again. You need to put your hand on your head. You need to somehow interrupt it, because your body goes into a particular panic that causes your energy to just, because that's what it's meant to do. Because we were talking about that reading, is that you're meant to give that response to them and then you lose your power. And sometimes you just feel so unworthy because you're like, I don't want to do this. And you want to scorn, and you just want to scream and you want to scorn, but you are so tired of hearing it back at yourself. B. Decker. Oh, Betty, hey. Am I picking up the right clues from Spirit lately, or am I misunderstanding? Is she picking up the right clues? Yes. Are you also misunderstanding? Yes. Okay, so you need a little bit more knowledge in something. So you're learning how to pick it up, but the old way of ego comes in, and they said, how's that play out? Meaning is that you have to compelled to recorrect your thinking. So you're right on cue, and then all of a sudden you are compelled to think maybe you're wrong. Somebody around you is looking for praise, and if they are, I feel like in a way that's draining to some degree, because now it's like you created a little monster. Don't take me wrong. It's like Frankenstein type thing. What it is that now there's an expectation that you constantly praise, and there are days that you don't know if you can do it. It's like you don't feel it anymore. It's become a habit that you don't feel it anymore, and you then obsess whether you're being a good person. Autumn Hale. What do I need to do to make my new business venture work out? All right, Miss Autumn. Well, first of all, you have to stop feeling depleted, because without realizing it, you feel depleted, which the inner world creates your outer world. So then it creates depletion in your business. The contempt that you have now, I don't know if you've got somebody working for you, or if you have work, or if it's the math thing, but something, you're holding contempt somewhere, and you need to disrupt that. And like I said, tap it out. You don't need to contempt at something. It can be frustrating. You can't do something, but get rid of that, because then you say, Spirit, thank you for showing me how to do this. Let the Spirit show you how. What are you used to? Being very proudful, but it gets tiring, because that's wearing you out, which then causes you to burn out. So that you have to look at your habit. You're losing heart to your business, which means that you're going to have to reorganize your business to the point where you can have the heart back in it. Brandy Johnson. What is causing this right middle back, right side, and hip pain? Ooh, as well as the left arm tingle and numbness I've been having. All right, Brandy. This pain that you have several frozen meridian. You have one meridian that's frozen, that's causing the right side issue. And if I were to, it's a compulsion that you have to what? So there's a certain time of the day, 1 to 3 in the night and 1 to 3 during the day. So you're not able to process something out. And if I look at this a little further, they said your life, you can't process out certain things in your life. Okay, that's Yeah, your energies are very erratic. So what I'm going to do is I take a magnet or your hand, but a refrigerator magnet, and you need to, which one's frozen? That one? Underneath the thumb, right at the crick, the very first part, you're going to have it on both sides. You're going to take the magnet, go like this. Okay. 12 times, and then you're going to take your thumb and you're going to get in there and you rub 30 times. Okay, it's the best I can do in a 1 minute read. And it'll start to send that energy zigging through the rest of your meridians. There is, yeah, you're going to need a different read. Robert Stone. Is she my forever love or karmic lesson? I constantly feel her energy when apart and warm or when together. Okay, so in this case, you've heard, you know who this is. Thank you very much. And with that in mind, you're going to look at how you need to release a bad shit from the past, whether it's you have an ex or it's family, but some of the way that you respond, the shields you put over your heart actually cause her to push her aside. And then it says that there's a part of you that feels you can't wait. That okay, so like, oh, she's not worth waiting for, but yet she is. And then you need to heal how that you have a little bit of doubt that goes onto your space, because you have to deal with your trust issues, because you're not going to be able to feel this forever love. And the thing is that you have to heal your somehow your family's issues seem to come interfere. So then the question then remains, are you even going to answer his question? Is this person? Yeah, you can't. Right now, all the stuff they said, it makes it so that you can't. You can't. You can't see because of all the stuff. And she is not a karmic lesson. She's not. Just to let you know, because that last card was about past life, because it's not. But you got other stuff that's in the way. TP, Teresa Pilkins. I get leg infections if I stand or sit out so long. Heat and sun. Is there any help? Yes, we're going to get you some. What would you like her to do to begin her path of healing? And you have a habit of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual habit. The spiritual habit is to obsess. Obsessing, it causes restriction in the small intestine, the bladder, and the gallbladder, and the stomach. Now, the ones I just named, except for one, those freaking things are huge. They go from head to toe, and they're having energy restrictions. So if you're obsessing, you need to say, okay, you're obsessing about that dirt speck on the thing. Even though I'm obsessing, okay, get it down to zero. Feel the obsession. Understand it's not just in your head, it's in the body. Feel it, get it out, get it gone. Because it's actually, all your energies are like, oh, we have to obsess. And you have to always make yourself feel like shit, because that's your punishment you created yourself as a child. Even though I have to make myself feel like shit, so I don't participate with the family or the group. Okay, tap that out, because that fucker's huge. You need to get that gone. Kathy Straccia. Kathy. Who's getting my attention that I have to see what's happening? Oh, we're all good. That was bizarre as hell. Okay. I just felt like somebody wanted my attention, like majorly bad. Okay. Kathy Straccia. I've been developing a relationship with Chris. He has pulled away for what I think he doesn't feel worthy. He is, but should I just let him go? Okay, in this case, you heard what she asked, you know what the answer is, and they said that you need to have a heart-to-heart conversation. And you and Chris, yes. And the thing is that do you want children? Talk about children. Does he want them? Doesn't he want them? Somebody's got to talk and do it very soon. And because you're not really getting to know each other properly, so you need to ask some of these really big questions, because that'll help you determine more where you're supposed to be and who you're supposed to be with. There's just certain factors that are very dogma. In this case, like in religion, dogma. So if you know what dogma is, if you look that up, then there is certain dogma. You need to get to know each other. Ask these particular questions. You know, how's your religion? You want children? It isn't just about love. It's about bridging and making a life together. Destiny stocks. Is there anyone that has passed that has a message for me? You know who it is? Bring forward if you do. This person, no, they're not making themselves really known. First, I seen a small dog, and then all of a sudden, I felt like there was a man with this dog. Can't really fill out more, except for the fact there's a lot of gray. They're saying you just have the fear of being alone, and that when you are alone, you're afraid that there's somebody's watching you. In this case, what we're doing on the other side is that we on different frequencies. We don't harm. We don't intrude your space, and we just understand you. But it's different because you have time. We don't. So, and then there's just frequency vibes. We hear you differently. It's not like we watch you on a boob tube. It's not the same thing. You think of us, we're there for you. But you need to heal panic. That sits in the body. You're not doing it here. You're doing it in here. And it's because it's down in here, you don't even realize what it is. You have to recognize that feeling, and you have to let that go. Okay, I would use EFT. Miss Fran Craft. Franny says she wants just a general in this case. Whew, let it go. They're saying neatness. That's what they're saying. The word neatness, and that you feel awkward when things are out of place. It's like you walk into the room and you know that something's out of place. And they said that the reason that gets to you is because it has to do with a habit. Something that you started doing when you were 5 is that you have to correct it so you can feel centered. You have to make it neat so you feel centered. It's not about this is what you like. This is a compulsion, a feeling that tells you that you have to have it a certain way. And they said that the reason that you have to have it a certain way is because you never had your way. You have to heal how you never believed that you could have it your way, because you became very self-conscious of the things in your room, your space, and they seem to have somehow controlled you, and they're saying tap that out. Susan Bowles. You have a panic. Same thing like the last one. It's not something that you're aware that's happening, and you have to call it out for what it is. Because the panic is when, oh my God, I can't figure it out. Am I going senile? What's going on with me? And they said that a lot of times it's just that you haven't really worked your brain, and you really haven't, you're not getting any sunlight. They're saying that you need to balance, you need to get some sunlight. I'm not exercise, but sunlight. So you need to get some vitamin D or something. Because they said that there's a party that needs to get fresh air. There's something to do with nature. You need to get connected again. And, she's ungrounded. That's why. Turn the timer on. You get a little longer, Susan. What is it? Fear of what? Being what? In the energy, fear of being in the energy. Whose? Somebody's? Fear of being in the energy. What are you trying to say? External. Fear of being in the external. So are you afraid to go out? Are you afraid to be in certain energy fields? Because they said that it has to do with feeling hopeless. You don't feel protected. So you haven't created a coping tool so that you can go out and do these things. So you don't really have a stability of going out there. So that's one reason why, you're kind of shutting yourself off. Isn't that interesting? Really, my brain, compulsion. What are we doing? Oh, that's what she does. I can't figure it out. What are we doing? Okay. So it is when you're in that energy space, it causes you to do what I just did. Sorry, not Julie. Jareen Wagner. Will I be moving this year? Okay. This year, so it's got 3 months left. Is she going to move in this year? No, and within the next yes. So are you going to be moving houses? Yes. Are you going to, is there anything going to stop you? No. But yes, according to you is the yes. And what else is there? There's a panic that things aren't going to make it. Things aren't going to be right. Things are going to be, so you're just obsessing and worrying. And it's very real. I know it is. They become overpowering thoughts. How do we disempower those thoughts? You have to look at the word disdain, and you have to really understand it and look at all of the different words for it, like contempt and things, because that's why you obsess. Because of that, that's why you obsess, okay? And they're saying when you do that, it's, you are feeling attacked by your own thoughts. And then you're going to tap out disdain. Angela Allen. Does my mom surround me? You know who she's talking about? Step forward. I see a walker, but it looks like a little old lady in a walker, and happy. Yes. The question is that do you know, is their mom around? Yes. Especially when you think, just allow yourself to think, because the vibrations there, you're just out of match. Okay, you're out of sync, and there is your heart, you're feeling the lack of connection and the lack. So what happens is that you've healed some stuff, but now you're at the state of, so the energy and the vibration don't match. I would say heal out. So what in the particular would you say that she needs to heal so that she can come more into, because you rejected that out of reality. You rejected the fact, oh, no, can't let them die. No, I rejected it out of reality. When you reject something out of reality, then you are going to cause yourself to be out of sync. So even though I rejected that out of my reality, I deeply love and accept myself. Stargazer. Regards, Angela. Nope, wrong person. Oh, same one. Stargazer. Okay, so it's Angela. Same person. She's got two things. Okay, go over to Lena Harbas Unterman. Lena. She wants to know, will I have another child? I'm not stressed about it, but this is something is at the bad of my head. Oh, must be the back of my head sometimes. Gotcha. Lena. Is she going to physically birth? All right, how many in total in this lifetime? You got 4. Isn't that interesting? You have a choice up to 4. I don't know how many you have, but that's physically bringing them through, and they're alive and healthy. Yeah. Fear of losing one. I don't know if you have a fear of losing one or not. Lives through people. Okay, so if you have them or not, that's up to you, because somehow somebody's telling you something. I don't know if you're not really making your choice that you can have them, or if you have strict rules that you have to be married first, or you got to have a happy marriage first, or you got to do what they say. The thing is that they're saying that something's influencing your thoughts so that you won't. But you could have up to 4 if you don't have that many already. Larissa. She wants to know, will I meet my twin flame? Where, please? Okay, that can be tricky, because if you have not developed yourself, here's the problem. If you have not developed yourself, made yourself prepared, you can be out of alignment. So the first thing is your twin flame here on this planet? Yes. Is your twin flame and you close? Oh, you can be. Have you met them yet? No. Have you got work to do? You both have work to do. So it depends. So if you were to work through your shit, then would you be with your twin flame? Ooh, yes. New love. Okay. If you chose not to work through, what the hello? Oh, God bless it. Worth waiting for. So that means, hopefully you'd eventually see each other. I don't know. You're going to meet him in this lifetime? Yep. Yes. And that's good. Wow. That's brilliant. So they're saying be careful, and you have this tendency to want to reconcile different energies, different habits that could interfere. And so if you reconcile anxiety, then you can that's the shit you got to work on. You're welcome, Fran. Thank you for hanging in, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna, if you have not emailed me, I'll give you a few minutes to email me your 1 minute free, get your 1 minute free read, because I don't know sometimes the names if they match the people that are already given it. Hi, David. Again, you're in YouTube land. Oh, there it is. If you want a 1 minute free read, I'll give you a few seconds for people that do want it. We're going to put it over here, and we're going to say paste. I'll go that way. All right, so you guys hopefully are getting stuff out of this. I hope that people have shared and people have put it in groups. That helps out, because if you want to join my group, this just lets you know if you have a hard time getting it. Some people say, I have a hard time finding it when you're on. Well, if you join the group, I get to notify my group when I'm on, so then you get to be notified better. So there is a better, faster way that some people can actually get to us now. I plan on doing this every Monday and Wednesday at 10 a.m. my time. Went through. No, you know what, Amy? You probably are on the wrong page. Yep. Your question went to Medicine Woman for you instead of B Power. This is why I missed it. So, Amy, yep, I've got it, sweetheart. Lower back. Oh, okay. We'll get there. I got to get rid of that red sheet there. Okay. Where's my... Yep. So her lower back. Ooh, you got some frozen meridian, sweetheart. And that frozen meridian is because of awkward feelings. Okay, so where is it and how do we... And it's in the gallbladder. Okay, so take your magnet, your refrigerator at your hand, and your gallbladder. You're going to need to take and go down to the big toe. Nope, baby toe. The baby toe, so that's the inside. Right here's your bone, and then if you feel up here, usually you have an indent. Your finger will fall in the indent. That's where your gallbladder is. And then you're going to take and you're going to rub it, the magnet, both sides, 12 times each side. Then you're going to take your thumbs and you're going to rub it for 30 times on each of those points. And then they said to help get to the relief, you need to go to your spleen and you not use a magnet, but rub. So in this case, you go... Here's the big toe, that point where the bone is, and then right there above it, that's where you're going to rub 30 times. And to really understand that you feel awkward and you fail. If you feel like you had awkward and you fail, they said they want you to hold R2D. Right wrist, second position, nice and deep. Thank you, Amy. I'm sorry. I did not see that because it was in the other email box. Tammy Stevens, Vintage Babe. Huh, I'm going to get that right. Just general. Miss Vintage Babe, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and the spiritual kundalini basic K. You're talking about a habit that you're doing, and it has to do with up and down, up and down. So whatever you're doing, whatever the habit, whatever the up and down, you're hitting your arrested developments. Like I can't seem to get past this. And they said that you had a choice at 1 year old to deal with an issue about being invalidated, and you have to look at all the ways that you've become invalidated. And they said that when you became invalidated, you started to live the way that people wanted, and now it became a habit. And as you're trying to just be grown up and try to live your way, now it is making it so that you're incompatible with your own relationship with yourself. Well, this is huge. So you have sorrow. So they said heal out the sorrow and heal out all those things I said. Take each word and tap it out. That would be very beneficial to you. Okay. I thank all of you. You guys are wonderful and great. And it's all good. Just checking to make sure. You're welcome. Thank you very much. It's been 3 hours, and I will be here next, Monday. I may do some surprises in between. We don't know, but Spirit likes to talk. Trying to figure out if you have an idea, if like the best way so I can give my free minute reads and to be able to talk and to do the readings. If you have any ideas, I could do that. Or if you have any ideas of how to get me out there further, then that would be great too. Remember to, if I'm giving a reading, please the recommendations. That's great. And you're welcome, Betty. I'm glad that you stuck around. You're growing. Yeah, you have a lot of, you even have my mother back in you too, by the way. Family, you have a lot of energy that's there and supporting, so I think that's amazing too. I love that. She's laughing. She says, I'm with everybody. Oh, mother made me snort. Okay. I know I just blamed her. All right. What I want to say is thank you very much. I love you, and please stay blessed. Bye.